I got to say this. Like, I haven't seen you guys in a year, and I'm happy to see you. Can you imagine that coming from me? They're going to have to drug test me. But it's just nice to see this in an exhibition. We have people, we have media, we have TV cameras. Amazing, amazing to be. Let's just get back to normal.
John, Oscar met his 20 rebound average that he says he wants to get. What do you think of the hustle, the rebound? I think he had double-figure offensive rebounds.
How about that Lance had 20 and 10 against him? That's saying something. I mean, he's 255. The biggest thing, do you see how hard he plays? How fast he runs? How nimble his feet are for 255? And yeah, you better put a body on him. He's still learning to get balls with two hands. He's been a one-handed rebounder, and it's been hard for him. But he's starting to snatch balls, and when he does, he's, a couple balls on lobs he needed to catch and come down. He tried to tip him in one-handed. But he did good things. He can shoot the ball. You saw the 15-footer. Surprised he missed a free throw. But again, Lance did, the good news for him, he's got to go against Lance. The good news for Lance is he gets to go against Oscar. The bad news is he's got to go against Oscar. They're pretty good. What will differentiate the team? Who plays more and who plays less? Toughness, rebound, defense, talk, because we're a better team on defense. A guy chatters, he's a better defender. That guy's going to play more than the other guy. We're going to have some guys, got a couple that we're just telling them, look, just shoot it when you get it. If you can't, maybe take a bounce and pass it. We're going to have a couple of those, and those guys can really shoot. But the reality of it is, you and I know, yeah, you got to score, but it's about defense and stopping people and taking pride. Everybody says, well, you're really fast. Yeah, if you'll rebound and defend, you can be fast. But if you got to take it out every time and you're rushing up against five guys, it's like basically four, because the guy that took it out is behind, versus five. It's hard to get anything. So we got a lot of work to do. That's the other thing. When I watched the tape, I thought we were pretty good offensively. And then I'm like, is that because we're bad defensively? Like, I don't know until I watch the tape.
John, what's it like to have this much depth? I mean, you didn't even have CJ tonight,
Or Jacob.
Or Jacob, right.
Yeah, and the best thing that's happened is the competitiveness has raised the level, and you can see, like, if you don't play hard in these practices or fly up and down the court, you just look bad. So it forces guys, they're forcing each other to be uncomfortable. Instead of me having to do it, they're doing it to each other. And now you start being comfortable, being uncomfortable, now you got it. Now it's a wrap. And these guys, they're running. How about Ty? Yeesh. Yeesh. He pulled up a couple, and I looked. And it went right down. I said, all right, if that's how far out you can shoot, then shoot it. Bryce, physicalness. He's still, we have a couple guys holding the ball too long. That's an easy one. That's easy. You can cure that. But I like the fact that guys are driving catches. Keon played way better in the second half. He played okay in the first half, but he played the way we need him to play. One of the guys said, could you play four guards? Well, if Bryce, Damian, and Keon could be your four, yet shoot the ball well and stretch the court, why do you need four guards? You're fine. How about Damian today? I mean, he's not going to play 40 minutes in a game. He played every minute, and even in the end was shooting the ball well. So he's gotten so much better. I mean, he's, defending better, rebounding better. I don't even know. How many rebounds do he have? There you go. There's Eric again. Yeah, there you go.
how Wheeler seemed to be in that kind of attack mode that you've been asking these guys to be on both ends of the floor all night. Can you talk a little bit about what you liked about his play?
Yeah, he had 12 assists in 3 turns, and that's what he's got to do. I liked it when the trouble he got into is he got too deep. If you get that deep at his size, you got to keep going. And we told him, and this is what I love about the kid. I said, this is what we need to do. And he did it. He went right underneath the basket and threw the ball for an 8-footer. Now, we missed it, but he did right. The guy shooting the ball did right. It just didn't go. The other thing I told him is, look, when you and Ty are out there, Ty's got to play like he is when you're not out there. So you got to find him. You got to throw it ahead. Let him be a finisher at times. You two got to – it's kind of like when I had John and Eric. You just got to figure stuff out when we had the different guard combinations. I thought Kellen did fine. I thought Kellen, he's a smart player. He's getting shots off quicker. He's playing fast, yet being comfortable doing it. But I got to watch the defense because that third position, I would say Severe and Ty, but is it Kellen? Is it Bryce? Is it, how are you doing this? The 4 position, who is it going to be? You and I would say Oscar seems to be the 5. Now we got to make sure he and Severe don't get in foul trouble because they are on the ball and near the ball all the time, both of them. Got to play without fouling. But you're seeing Lance. How about if you wanted to go with Damian as a 5? Say, well, he's kind of skinny. Well, put some strong guys around him so he can be who he is and they can be who they are. How about this? I want to know if anybody in the country could have a scrimmage that you have to buy tickets to could have that many people. Tell me that school. These weren't free. You had to pay for the tickets. That's why I said these people are crazy. They come to this. They come to madness. They're excited about it. I was just in Louisville. I mean, everywhere I'm walking, it's people are going crazy. They're so ready for basketball, and that's what makes this what it is. I mean, I was so happy to walk out and see that many people at his inter-squad scrimmage. What in the world?
You have a ton of shooters this year on your team. Ton.
We need makers.
Yeah, I mean, they're makers.
We got some makers.
When's the last time you think, because you haven't had this many shooters, it feels like in a while here. You remember the last time you had this many guys that you felt comfortable with that are shot makers?
Probably 14, 15. When we had Darius and Duran and Terrence and that crew, they could shoot the ball well. Marcus Teague, I mean, my first team could not shoot the ball well. We did not. But we weren't a great execution team. But I've had some. I've had a couple teams, when I was back at UMass that could really shoot the ball. Makes it easier. Makes you look like, man, he's got great offense, and he's got this thing going. Well, what if you played this fast and missed shots? Well, now it's, what's wrong with this? So making shots makes up for a multitude of sins. Now you have a bunch of guys. All right, who plays? Come back to. Who defends? Who rebounds? Who talks on defense? Who makes easy plays? Who gets the ball moving? And that will play out as we go. And Davion, I'll tell you what, Davion having to go against Severe, come on now. This guy, and he held his own, and he got tired. He missed a lot of shots, but he was exhausted. Matter of fact, a couple times he told Keon, bring it up. But let me say this with Severe. It's nice when you got a guy that can absolutely control the ball. Now, how many minutes can he play right now? Look, I'm looking at a team that if they could play 24, 25 minutes in a real game, that's a lot of minutes for a young group like this. And even, but we'll see. I mean, this will all play out. I like them. I like this team. Every day I walk into practice, I know I'm going to I know what I'm getting. There's no confusion. Here's what we're doing, guys. Let's get after it. They want to scrimmage. When I scrimmage, I say, let's stop. Keep going, coach. So anytime it's 5-on-5, they do not want to stop. Well, they're veterans, and there's 10 of them, and really there's 12, but there's 10 of them, and they want to go at each other. It's the best way to practice. Now, when you have a lot of young guys, you can't do it because you have to have them create winning habits, and they don't have them. Veteran players have those habits already. Footwork, how to truly stay in front, how to body up guys when they drive, how to play without fouling. Bryce got beat on about 5 back doors today. He's behind in those kind of habits. But this team wants a scrimmage. We're going to practice tomorrow at 11. They're like, okay, we'll be ready. I got to go back and watch the tape. Hard for them because their body is racing right now. So it's going to be 3 hours before they can even knock out, maybe longer.
John, you've been doing this a long time. You seem confident that the lineup and playing time will shake out. What if all these guys do all those things that you say they're going to do? Then how in the world are you going to
I will figure it out. I have in the past. I will figure it out. If 12 guys deserve to play, we'll figure it out. But I'm challenging them. You want to, no excuses. I don't want to hear, I've been giving them this. 100-man marching band, and they are marching, all 100. And 99 turn right, and you turn left, and your people say, what's wrong with those 99? Like, this is cut and dry. This is what it is. We got a lot of fighters. Now you're in that kind of battle. That will elevate us. If I have to figure out ways of getting guys minutes I'll figure it out. I don't want to say it'll just work out because there may be, what if we have 10 guys? What if we have 11? How would we do it? Do you think I've been thinking about it? Yes, I have been thinking about it. But what's my druthers? 7 or 8. But these kids deserve it. They'll have that opportunity. I will tell you, of the 10 that played today, my guess is 9 will have started in a game this year. And at the end of the year, you can check out if I'm right, maybe 10. So you'll have your chance. You'll have your chance to prove yourself.
Cal, with Ty Washington, in terms of his feel for the game, all-around scoring ability, how advanced do you feel like he is for a freshman?
He's like, I hate to start naming names of the guys. You know my guys that did it. I've had guys that have walked in and been able to do it. And they, but he can score the ball on all levels. And you know what else he can do? He can pass. Like, they scrimmaged the other day. I put he and Severe against each other. And guess what? His team won, and he didn't take one shot. Ty did not take one shot. And they won big. He just plays the game. He was at an all-star event, barely played in the first half. Barely played, didn't say one word. Came out and got 22 in the second half. And it wasn't forcing, he just played. He's comfortable in his own skin. Has a great smile every day. Comes to play competitive now, got a little chip on his shoulder. Like, you come at him, he's coming back at you. So we need guys to step up. It's not play. Who are the two? Kellen and Tyler stepped up. We didn't know. They just took their stuff and went like that. Well, we need some of these guys to do the same. Oscar's who he is. Let's see, we may not get that much every game, but let me just say this to you. Someone got to play the guy.